It wasn't India's day, it belonged to England. Washington Sundar bites the dust as it wasn't India, but England who won not after lunch but after tea. Welcome to Sitara Anjum Official. Subscribe to my channel to stay updated. A spirited fight back by England at Lord's to win the third test by 22 runs and take a 2-1 series lead. First, it was batting versus batting. Both teams scored 387 and leveled. Then it came down to bowling versus bowling. Then India bowled England out for 192 runs. We thought it was, not what we expected. But then England bowlers cleaned up India for 170 runs. It was Shoaib Bashir's magic ball that spun back, Bales dislodged, Siraj was stunned, pure theatre. India's tail fought like warriors, and Ravindra Jadeja nearly pulled off a miracle. England win, but this was Test cricket at its best. How did England's pace attack dismantle India? Can Jadeja's 61 inspire a comeback in the series? Let's analyze the key moments, bowling brilliance, and what it means for Anderson Tendulkar Trophy. I have with me Raj Gill as India's cricket supporter to share his sentiments and see what he has to say about this particular match. Hello, Raj. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. You must be disappointed your team lost.
Uh, it was a fun ride. It was up and down affair. As you have a ride at a fun fair. So it. I mean, 192 run wasn't a fantastic score. I expected England to score a lot more. But then the Lord's pitch is totally unpredictable, and the batting let both teams down. To be honest, batting, although the bowling the seam was done their job, and we had spinners on towards the end. I think the way people got out, whether it's something in the pitch, whether it's a hot weather, whether the players are not performing, both sides, it's something to look at for the future test. I think I had high hopes India would easily achieve a victory, but then when the wicket tumbled, um, then I thought it's um, it's all England's way, and they're the favourites to win. And I think India, when they done the poll, it totally reversed. He had England something like 90% of the people said as England would win, and only 6% said India would win. But then, as the game gone on, India was catching up. uh, and it's kind of swung India's way. And I thought right to the end, India gonna do it, but it's unfortunate that the the ball actually spun back. Um, Normally, the ball doesn't do that. Normally, the ball, if you stop a ball flat onto the pitch, it goes forward. It doesn't go back. So there must have been enough spin on there, or the ground was soft for it to do that. Um, Very unfortunate. I think India would have won.
इंडिया वुड हैव वॉन। तो जितने भी देखने वाले हमें इस वक्त देख रहे हैं या बाद में देखेंगे, आप सब लोगों को बहुत ज़्यादा वार्म वेलकम है। जैसा कि आप लोगों को पता है कि बहुत ही एक्साइटिंग और एपिक एंड हुआ है डे 5 का लॉर्ड्स में। इससे ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड ड्रामा जो है वो आप टेस्ट मैच में नहीं एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते। और कौन कहता है कि टेस्ट मैच जो है वो बोरिंग है? जब आप रोलर कोस्टर राइड देखते हैं, जब आपको ये नहीं पता होता है कि कौन सी टीम जीतने वाली है, इंग्लैंड जीतेगी या फिर इंडिया जीतेगी, और आपका जो दिल है वो यूँ समझ लें कि हलक में आया हुआ है, आपके कलेजा जो है वो हलक में आया हुआ है और आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि क्या होने वाला है। आई मीन कि मैंने जब कल अपना प्रोग्राम किया था तो मैंने ये पहले से अपना व्यू शेयर किया था कि जो मॉर्निंग का सेशन होगा वो दोनों के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होगा। अगर इंग्लैंड ने अर्ली स्ट्राइक कर दिया, 2-3 विकेट्स ले ली, तो इंग्लैंड का पलड़ा भारी होगा और इंडिया की जो बैटिंग है वो पैनिक कर सकती है। और आज जो है वो इंग्लैंड ने बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त स्टार्ट लिया। आज जिस तरीके से आर्चर ने जो फायरी स्पेल किए, जो बॉलिंग करवाई, वो बड़ी शानदार थी। उन्होंने ऑलमोस्ट जो है वो 90 माइल्स पर आवर को भी आज टच किया, उन्होंने अपनी पेस जनरेट की। हालाँकि गर्मी आज भी थी लॉर्ड्स में, लेकिन ये कि थोड़ा-सा 2-3 सेल्सियस जो है, डिग्री सेल्सियस जो है वो टेम्परेचर थोड़ा-सा कम था, थोड़ा-सा ब्रीज़ी भी था, तो इट वाज़ अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ रिलीफ। लेकिन है कि जो पिच की कंडीशन थी वो डिटेरियोरेट हो चुकी थी, कल भी डिटेरियोरेट हुई थी, जिस तरीके से आपने देखा था कि खेल खत्म होने तक जो है वो इंडिया की 4 विकेट्स ऑलरेडी लूज हो चुकी थी। और ये बहुत ज़्यादा डिपेंड करता था कि ऋषभ पंत और केएल राहुल जो है वो इस इनिंग को कैसे लेके जाते हैं। लेकिन जिस तरीके से इंग्लैंड ने एक शानदार बॉलिंग का आगाज़ किया, तो उन्होंने पहले ऋषभ पंत को बोल्ड किया, इसके बाद फिर जो है वो केएल राहुल की भी जो इम्पोर्टेंट विकेट थी वो चली गई। लेकिन इसके बाद फिर जब आप लंच पे जाते हैं, तो लंच के वक़्त भी जो है वो आपको ये लगता है कि शायद ये मैच जो है वो इंग्लैंड के बैग में आ गया, इंग्लैंड के थैले में आ गया है, ऐसा लग रहा होगा आपको। लेकिन ये कि ड्रामा जो है वो उसके बाद भी कंटिन्यू रहा और इसके बाद जो है बड़ी रेजिस्टेंस जो है वो दिखाई, खास करके जडेजा ने, और इसके बाद नितेश रेड्डी और फिर सिराज और बुमराह जो हैं, वो मतलब 200 से ज़्यादा बॉल्स उन्होंने जो है वो खेली और बहुत हार्ड वर्क करना पड़ा इंग्लैंड के बॉलर्स को। और आखिरी लम्हों तक समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि कौन-सी टीम जीतेगी। तो इस तरीके का मैच जो है वो बहुत ही शाज़ व नादिर जो है वो देखने को मिलता है। तो आज का दिन इंग्लैंड के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा स्पेशल है, क्योंकि आज 14 जुलाई है और 14 जुलाई 2019 को यही कॉम्बो था आपका बेन स्टोक्स और जोफ्रा आर्चर का, जिन्होंने जो है वो फेमस वर्ल्ड कप की विक्ट्री की थी, जिसमें कि आपने बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त किस्म का सुपर ओवर भी देखा था और वो सुपर ओवर जो है वो इंग्लैंड ने जीता था और हार्ट ब्रेक था न्यूजीलैंड के लिए। आई थॉट कि न्यूजीलैंड, दे डिजर्व टू विन दैट मच, बट एनीवे रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस जो थे इस वक्त आईसीसी के, उसके तहत जो है वो इंग्लैंड वर्ल्ड कप का विनर बना था। तो ये आज उन्होंने अपनी याद ताज़ा की है, तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा मज़ा आया कि आई एम नॉट अ वेरी डीप इन्वॉल्व्ड इनटू टेस्ट क्रिकेट, लेकिन सच पूछें कि मैंने ये वाला पर्टिकुलर जो टेस्ट मैच है, ये जो इंग्लैंड की सीरीज चल रही है अभी इंडिया के साथ, ये मैं बड़े गौर से देख रही हूँ। और ये जो लॉर्ड्स का टेस्ट मैच था, इसका एक एक लम्हा जो था वो मतलब जबरदस्त था। खास करके जो चौथा और पांचवा दिन जो गया है वो बहुत ही रोलर कोस्टर किस्म का हुआ है। इससे पहले हमने जो है वो इस तरह की कोई स्लो पिच नहीं देखी इंग्लैंड के अंदर, इस तरह का डेड जो है वो बिहेवियर नहीं देखा। वो ही मतलब 90s की ओल्ड फैशन स्लो टुक टुक वाली जो है वो क्रिकेट हमने देखी इंग्लैंड की तरफ से भी, और फिर वो हमने देखी इंडिया की तरफ से भी। तो मुकाबला जो है वो कहते हैं ना कि मुकाबला तो दिले नातवा ने खूब किया, तो इंडिया को भी दाद देनी चाहिए और उनकी जो टेल है, और रविंद्र जडेजा को दाद देनी चाहिए कि उन्होंने जो है दिल गुर्दा तो बहुत दिखाया और बहुत कोशिश की कि किसी तरीके से इंडिया की नैया पार हो जाए। लेकिन ये कि फिर वो कहते हैं ना कि लक जो होती है जिसके साइड पर होती है, तो फिर वही जो है वो हंसता है, मुस्कुराता है। तो लक जो है वो समहाउ इंग्लैंड की साइड थी। तो अब देखना होगा कि ये सीरीज जो है वो और मजीद कैसे जाती है। और बेन स्टोक्स ने जो है वो आज बड़ी जबरदस्त बॉलिंग करवाई, और कौन कहता है कि बेन स्टोक्स जो है वो खत्म हो गए हैं या उनकी बॉलिंग जो है वो फिनिश हो गई है या उनकी फिटनेस के प्रॉब्लम है। आज अगर आप देखेंगे तो उन्होंने बहुत लंबे लंबे जो है वो स्पेल करवाए, मतलब 9 ओवर्स के स्पेल करवाए, इसके बाद फिर वो कंटिन्यू रहे और फिर साथ में अपनी वही सारी चीज़ें जो है वो अपने बॉलर से भी कहते रहे कि आई नीड द सेम लेवल ऑफ एनर्जी। एनर्जी होना चाहिए, पैशन होना चाहिए, वो एनर्जी डिप नहीं होनी चाहिए। तो ये है कि इंग्लैंड ने भी जो है ना अपना खून पसीना बहाया है इस मैच को जीतने के लिए। तो मैं ये कहूँगी कि वेदर इंग्लैंड जीतता या इंडिया जीतता, दोनों में से कोई भी जीतता तो वो उनके लिए बहुत ही डिजर्विंग किस्म की विक्ट्री होती। तो इस दफ़ा जो है वो इंग्लैंड ने जीता है और अब सीरीज जो है वो 2-1 हो गई है। तो अब जो 14 तारीख आज है और फिर इसका जो ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड वाला मैच है वो आई थिंक 24 जुलाई को है, या फिर ऐसे ही कुछ है, हाँ। तो वो 10 दिन का जो है वो गैप आ जाएगा, बहुत लंबा गैप है। तो उसमें फिर जो है वो मुकाबला देखने वाला होगा कि उसमें क्या किस तरीके से जो है वो इंडिया रिस्पॉन्ड करता है। प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में जो आफ्टर द मैच जो चिट चैट होती है कमेंट्री पैनल्स की तरफ से, तो शुभमन गिल से पूछा गया था कि क्या बुमराह खेलेंगे मैनचेस्टर में, ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड में। तो वो उन्होंने ये कहा कि यू विल फाइंड आउट सून, यानी कि आप लोगों को शुरू से पता है कि बुमराह के बारे में ये बात कही गई थी कि बुमराह जो है 5 टेस्ट पूरे नहीं खेलेंगे, वो सिर्फ 3 खेलेंगे। तो आपने देखा कि उन्होंने लीड्स का टेस्ट खेला, फिर वो एजबेस्टन में जो है उन्हें रेस्ट करवाया गया था। इसके बाद फिर वो लॉर्ड्स में जो है वो वापस आए थे। तो अब जो है वो तीसरा टेस्ट में जो है वो कहाँ पे रेस्ट करेंगे तो वो हमें अभी पता चलेगा। तो मैं जो हूँ वो राज की तरफ आती हूँ। राज, what do you think, why India has played so defensive? I mean, 135 runs, they were not that big margins target to chase, so why were they so defensive?
I think it's quite a bit to do with the way they play. I think Lord's pitch has always been difficult for India. I don't think they've won too many matches at Lord's, but I think perhaps the lineup, um, uh, India batsmen may need to be looked at. Jaspal failed as an opener, I think on 2 occasions. So maybe the top order, five top players or six top players need to be adjusted. And we will see how Pant performs, and I think they may need to we may need to bring in a different. If Bumrah is not fit, and then we might need to have a new bowler.
Hmm. Okay, but what do you think about their batting performance? I'm talking about the collapse of their top and the middle order. If you look at the previous matches, their top and middle order have scored plenty of runs. Especially
Yes.
if you talk about Shubman Gill, he has got prolific runs throughout this series, but in this particular series, he couldn't manage to score big, and that makes a hell lot of difference because he is the main batsman. And then you go to KL Rahul, the Mr. Reliable, and he also couldn't score that big. And then you go to the Mr. Aggressor, the best ball player of India team, which is that Rishabh Pant guy. So he also lost his wicket early. I mean that is an advantage for England to get these wickets, but disadvantage for India. And 22 runs margin is not that big, so that must be very a gutted feeling for India as well as all the Indian supporters. I mean, you must be gutted as well because until the last ball you did not know what's going to happen. And I mean, look, Shoaib Bashir, he was not playing because his left hand finger, he's probably broken or something. You could see that he had some bandage around the fingers. He was not bowling, but Ben Stokes still called him to put some pressure on the tail, especially Siraj. And then that magic ball, that just dislodged the ball. And for a moment, Siraj's reaction, he was just stunned. He just couldn't move. He didn't know what to do. I mean, what happened? He was just in disbelief. I mean, how do you describe those sort of moments?
I think Shiraz was already pumped up from yesterday. And I think when he was batting, I think there was also some exchange of word with the bowler. So he was the most disappointed person on the pitch
Hmm.
um, when obviously ball spun and hit the wicket. And nobody noticed that until everybody jumped up and England start celebrating. So I think the Indian team need not to get too excited. I mean, that's always been a problem.
Hmm.
Both India and Pakistani players. I think when the players get excited, they lose the focus. I mean, there's plenty of uh, openers. Rahul is one of them. Mr. Study, as you call him. He's a good player. He can make. And Sukhman Gill not making impression in the last two innings.
Hmm.
That's a big disappointment. I know maybe I'm not totally sure, but I think maybe there had to be some kind of adjustment in the order or batting. Um,
So
I
what?
don't know.
Sorry to interrupt
Maybe
you, Raj. What sort of adjustment are you talking about? Who you want to shuffle in the batting order, in
well,
your
I think
opinion?
first thing I think India for the next test need to bat first.
Oh, that depends. If they win the toss and then also pitch condition. I mean,
I
three
see
matches,
the
all
yeah.
three toss were won by Ben Stokes so far.
Yeah. I think they need to bat first, and I think first they need to take it slow. They need to make runs, and like Sukhman Gill done in the first inning, he was there for hours and hours and hours. So he played India in. Don't take any unnecessary risks. You know. So I think that's Test cricket is different. Everybody knows it's different. Not everybody who plays T20, T50 can play Test.
Hmm.
Now, to most people, it might seem boring, but these matches have been very exciting, and I think people have because they've been so closely fought, and everybody's been on their edges. I think you can people are gonna show interest a lot more now. And I think India just have to relax a little bit and play their normal game. Don't just try to get ahead of themselves. I think
Hmm.
so. They all is a good set of players. So it may need just to calm their nerves a little bit, and I think they could win the next test, and they can win the next two tests. But they need to be.
You think they are going to win the next two matches? Is this how optimistic you feel, or is this how the Indian team feels?
Well, they may not feel that now, having lost so close. But I think on reflection, um, the way they lost player after player, I think the captain needs to have a word with the players and really say, look, don't worry about so far. Let's play a normal game which we play. And they are most of them are India Premier Division players, and quite a few of them are captain teams in the Premier Division. So you know they're top notch. They're top notch players. But yeah, I think it's playing at Lords. I think may have got to most of the players. I think we will see the difference next two matches.
Hmm. Okay, well, look, Raj, I mean, there were quite a few factors involved here. Firstly, I mean, we would definitely consider the weather condition. The weather was very hot, and
Yeah.
it had direct impact on the way the pitch behaved. And also I was listening to the commentators. They were saying that they cut the grass just before the test match. So when they cut the grass, it starts behaving a little bit differently. So all these technical bits and pieces that we hear from the experts of cricket, so that is also part of it. But I think the weather definitely played its part, and it made the batting very, very difficult. And I mean, initially, if you see that, even bowling was very difficult. The 3 days they were all balanced. I mean, no one could take any lead, 387 each. And then afterwards, the game turned. When the pitch deteriorated on day 4 and day 5, this is when it became more excited. So I'm sure you must have watched all 5 days, didn't you?
Almost all 5 days.
Almost, yeah.
Well,
Yes.
there was a break in between for
Yeah.
tea break or lunch break.
Hmm. And you saw so many excited, heated moments, and so many gestures, and so much aggression from both sides. I mean, England and India. I mean, look, the weather was hot, and even the minds of the cricketers. I mean, they were also feeling the heat of the weather in the ground. So, did you enjoy those moments?
I think most people enjoy those moments. I think this is what cricket is all about.
Hmm.
I mean, it it is competitive. I mean, I know India Pakistan match is always very competitive, but I think India England or Pakistan England game is also very competitive. I think no team like to lose, and I'm pretty sure. I know the captain Sukuman Gill is new, and he's working his game now, and he's only been a captain for this first test series. I think he's gonna become a lot more mature and clever. But I think he's already shown the skill in these couple of tests, 3 tests. So skill is there, bowling is there now, batting is there. They just need to calm down and play their normal game.
Hmm. All those who are watching us live, you can leave your comments, or you can ask any question related to cricket. If you have any, we will be happy to answer that. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel Sitar Anjum Official to stay updated on all our future videos. So when we talk about the aggression, Raj, I see so many people complaining about Pakistani bowlers these days. I mean, when we talk about the era of Wakar Yunus, Wasim Akram, Muhammad Amir, these sort of bowlers, I mean, there used to be a lot of aggression when they used to play India, especially. But nowadays, you see all new players, Haris Rauf, Shaheen Afridi, and all those new guys. They are very friendly. They're having a chit chat, giving gifts to Bumrah, and all these sort of gestures. Do you really think that this aggression is lacking in Pakistan's bowling at the moment, which is because of their performance? Do you think the aggression comes because the way you bowl? Is it your confidence? If you're lacking confidence, if your performance is not as good as the other international players of other countries, then it also reflects in your body language. You lose your internal aggression. You cannot translate that sort of aggression into your body, because you're lacking that confidence and you're lacking that performance, which we see from Siraj and Akash and Bumrah. What do you think? Is this the only reason Pakistani bowlers are not aggressive?
I think Pakistani bowlers have been aggressive, and they are
Not
aggressive.
not the current one, not the current one.
Not
I'm
the
talking
not the
about the current
current
one.
no
Yeah.
first not the current one, but I think Pakistan always have a history of showing aggression, even going back to Imran Khan and other all-rounders, and Pakistan always played competitive. I don't think there is any other issues. I mean, when they play India in India, everybody's celebrating with everybody, and Pakistani players, Indian players. So there isn't really any issues. It's wanting to win, uh, and I don't think um, teams have lost that. Incentive is still is there. Passion is still there.
Well,
I
Raj,
mean, look.
sorry to interrupt you. I want to ask you. Once upon a time, Pakistan was leading in fast bowling. They used to produce world number one bowlers. They were
Yes.
known for their bowling. But now it's India who is producing the world class bowlers. I mean, see the example of Bumrah. And somebody asked Bumrah who was his ideal cricketer as a childhood hero, and he mentioned Wasim Akram's name interestingly. So all I'm saying is that after the Wasim Akram, Waqar Yunus, I mean, for a while we saw Shaheen Afridi performing, and then we
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
some other
Yeah.
bowlers as well. But then their performance has deteriorated over the period of time. So we don't have those sort of wicket taking bowlers at the moment, and this is where Pakistan is losing all the matches. I mean, if you look at their performance in T20, ODI, Test matches, I mean, they are nowhere. They used to rule the world, and it's so many talks going on in the world. I mean, in Pakistan, there's a lot of discussions happening. I personally talk a lot on Pakistan cricket, and they will be traveling to Bangladesh very soon to play the T20 series, and then afterwards we are hoping that we will have Asia Cup as well, and India will play, and that will most probably be UAE, because as you know that India and Pakistan don't play in their countries because of the political tension, so they will be playing on a neutral venue. But then we have to see what happens to the future of Asia Cup, so it's just around the corner. So going back to the test cricket here, I mean, look, there is a 10 days gap in the next match, which is at Old Trafford. So they will have a lot of time to unwind. They can do shopping, they can do some other fun activities in London before they travel to Manchester. I mean, they have to enjoy, because it has been really hectic 5 days for both India and England. What do you think?
I think these test matches, three so far, has really put some excitement into Test cricket. I think Test cricket was in comparison to T20 50s, T50s. People were saying it's outdated, it's getting boring. I mean, whatever you like to say, it's the pitch, it's the heat, it's a lot of other factors, and how the grass is cut or not cut. Uh, these matches now has caused the excitement. I think it's good. I mean, you mentioned that Pakistani bowlers are less aggressive than they used to be, and they used to. I agree with you, but then again, every team has their moment. If you go back to the 60s and 70s, West Indies teams were very skillful, and they were very aggressive. Their bowlers were very aggressive. Pakistani had wonderful batters and bowlers, and then you had Sri Lanka, and they had fantastic bowlers. You're always gonna get this. I mean, I know in the World Cup, probably not this one, last one. Afghanistan played wonderful. Bangladesh played wonderful. I think you're gonna have these moments. It's like football. Once upon a time, Manchester United used to be the top side. Now it's not. It's Liverpool. It's Manchester United, and so on and so forth. So I'm sure they. I'm sure teams will find younger players. They need to have a proper academies to bring the young people into cricket. And Yeah, I think Pakistan, India got those kind of under 19 or academy from school level to the college to uni, and I think that's the answer. That's the answer to train young people in how to play professional cricket. And there's a lot of young people coming through Indian ranks, and I'm sure Pakistan will see that. I think Pakistan Cricket Board and Imran, when he was a prime minister, made a lot of effort in Pakistani side to bring
Hmm.
the standard of cricket up.
Yeah, well, look, there are different opinions on that because internally, a lot of people would disagree with that statement that he's improved the structure of cricket. Because a lot of people would say, fiddling with the club level cricket and your domestic cricket structure has disturbed cricket, and it has made things a bit chaotic. So they really need to do something about it to improve, especially at the domestic level where all the young talent comes from. And then merit is another issue, that a lot of people, they are not selected based on the merit. It's all parchi system, sifarish, whatever you call it. I mean, I don't know how much parchi and sifarish is prevalent in the Indian team. I'm sure there must be a little bit of that, because if you see the appointment of your current head coach, and he's also, a lot of people say that he's here because of the political connections. I mean, prior to that, Rahul Dravid was doing a very good job, and there was no reason why India would replace him with the guy who is in charge at the moment. So maybe, BCCI is also having a little bit of political interference at the moment in terms of selection and appointments of officials. But still, because India is a large country with so many states, so talent is in abundance as compared to Pakistan, and Pakistan has got only four provinces, and people have to obviously open up their eyes to recognize the talent, where the talent is coming from, and then give them chance. That's the main problem, that they come and go, and then they don't get to settle down in the team, and that's the main problem. And if you see Pakistan's captaincy record and Pakistan's on board, I mean, how many changes we have seen in the last couple of years, that also disturbs the stability of your entire team. You don't know
Mm,
who's
mm,
going to be
mm,
your chairman, who's going to be your head coach or your next captain. So things change very, very quickly. So stability is the key, and then obviously I would emphasize that there has to be, based on merit and performance. So that is the main cause. So if we talk about the next match, what India needs to do and what England needs to do, I think if we summarize everything, India needs to take early breakthroughs in Manchester, and England has to fix their batting fragility, because if you see that they had a collapse 38 for 6. So these are the main issues which England has to address. If you talk about their top and middle order, in the previous match and in this current match, they did not fire at all. There have been some innings from Joe Root and Smith, Jamie Smith, and some bits and pieces, some little bit contribution from Ben Stokes, 33 runs. But if we talk about big performances, they are not actually firing, and this is a big issue. So they really need to work on that. And in terms of bowling, I think Jofra Archer has been a good addition. And if you look at the performance of Cars and Vokes, I mean, they bowled their heart out today. Because it was the fifth day, it was variable bounce. The pitch has been supporting the seamers from day 4 and 5. So it really helped them. So at the end of the day, you know it was bowling versus bowling. So whoever bowled better and whoever took advantage of the condition, whoever could put more pressure on the batting side, they eventually emerged as a winner, which is England in this particular match. So it's going to be exciting at Manchester. What is your prediction for Manchester? Who's going to win?
Well, uh, India won't lose. I'm pretty certain India will win the next two matches. Now they are fired up, and they'll make the adjustment. They'll learn the lessons or what they done wrong, and hopefully the weather would be less hot than it has been. I think it's exceptional temperature does play the part because players get dehydrated, and it's been a lot of factors, and I think people were a bit cautious because they were playing at Lords, and not many players played at Lords, and so there was a number of different factors. I think both sides batting failed. If you look at the scorecards, both sides, it was either naught or 6-5 4. Nobody scored above 50.
Yeah,
Uh,
Ravindra Jadeja. He was the only lone warrior fighting.
yeah, he was the only one. I think Joe Root was for England, if I'm right.
Yeah, in the first inning. Yeah, in the first inning,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
made
first
a
inning.
century. Yeah.
All the others were less than 50 and 20s and that kind of. I think
Hmm.
both the teams failed in terms of the batting department. I think bowling is good enough. They're using equal amount of seamers and spinners, so you need both. Yeah, I don't know if they got the balance right, but I think they might need more spinners at the next match. You don't know,
Yeah,
but
well, depends. I mean, look, it will depend the sort of nature of injury that Shoaib Bashir has at the moment. There is a 10 days gap. I'm sure it will heal by that time, and they will think about it. But I think the addition of Jofra Archer has been really good for England. He made a difference immediately after he bowled his first over, as you could see in the first inning and in the second inning. He has played a very positive part. He brought that energy and passion that England was lacking at Edgbaston. And if you look at Ben Stokes, I mean, today he has bowled 24 overs and he's also taken three vital wickets. So
oh,
if we talk,
he's another one with passion, and
yes,
he
yes,
wanted to continue bowling, and I
yes.
think he had extra 2 overs, as far as I know.
Yeah. So if
So
I ask you in couple of words, describe the inning played by Jadeja, Archer's fiery bowling, and Stokes' leadership, especially today. In few words, how would you describe these three players' performance today?
I think very good,
That's all.
very good. I think um, Archer's he's a fast bowler, and he know his business. Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know whether Indian captain need to be bit more in players' faces and g them up a little bit more. You know, I think he might do that. That's the only way he can establish himself as a leader. He need to lead. I know he led in the first batting when he made a fantastic score.
Hmm.
And, you know, and we ended up in the same position, not winning the game. but uh, but anyway, I think batting need to be sorted out. I think batting is the main problem possibly not the bowling. You can't have more bowlers. I mean, it's kind of a six kind of batsman, and then you got five bowlers. The ratio is quite okay. Um,
Hmm.
it's similar to England. The ratio of bowlers to batsmen is okay, and once upon a time, India used to fail because they didn't have the tail enders as batsmen. They were only skill bowlers in Bedi days, and
But they have a very long tail, Raj. I mean, even the bowlers were resisting today. They were
for
not
now,
giving
I'm
up.
saying modern
Yes.
days they have a long tail now.
Hmm.
The
Yes.
tail that actually wags.
Hmm.
Before they didn't. Tail enders used to get out for 0-0-0 or something closer to that.
They did not even know how to hold the bat.
Yeah,
Those
they didn't
days.
know. Yeah, so now they have improved in that department.
I
Both
guess I
teams.
guess Raj, it's more to do with the league and T20 format cricket, where everybody just swings the ball, swings the bat, and then they try to hit. So I think this has given a little bit confidence to all the bowlers as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think. I mean, in India, got different captain for each game in cricket. T20, they got a different captain. T50,
Hmm.
they got a different captain now, and Test, they have a different captain. So I
Hmm.
think India is doing the right thing by bringing other players in and coaching them in the leadership. And I think India Premier Division cricket plays a big part. But then again, see, you're probably right in saying that they play too much cricket. India, they end up playing too much cricket in terms of Premier Division and then Test cricket, then all the different tours. It's getting a bit like football. You play
Hmm.
game after game. I think people are getting a little bit uh, uh, rusty, and they need their break. They need to relax. So this gap will help the Indian teams to
Hmm.
perform, and I'm pretty certain they're gonna next test. I'm pretty certain they're gonna come up on top.
Okay. Um, all those who are watching us live or will watch our recorded show, drop your thoughts and predict what is the outcome of fourth test is going to be. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell for more India and England action. And we will also talk about other matches which we will see in few days' time, because Pakistan is visiting Bangladesh. So we will definitely talk about that series as well. एंड विल सी हाउ इट गोज सो जितने भी लोगों ने हमें देखा है तो आप सब लोग जो है वो चैनल को ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करें, वीडियो को लाइक करें, अपने कमेंट ज़रूर छोड़ें और अपनी राय का इजहार करें कि आपको क्या लगता है कि अब इंडिया और इंग्लैंड को क्या करना चाहिए। क्या आप चाहते हैं कि बुमराह जो है वो ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड में जो आपका चौथा मैच है उनको वहाँ खेलना चाहिए या उनको रेस्ट करवाना चाहिए, और अगर वो रेस्ट करवाएंगे तो इनकी जगह पे फिर कौन आएगा। So I have a question. Do you guys think, Mr. Kazi is asking, do you guys think that it's the time to restrict test match to 4 days with 90 overs each inning? Raj, there is a lot of talks going on, about the format of cricket. Currently, we have 90 overs and 5 days match. And there's a lot of things going in the background that maybe ECB and some other boards are in consensus to restrict the test matches to 4 days matches. I mean, if we look at today's match, it has finished on fifth day. And if you look at the Edgbaston one, I mean, it also lasted 5 days. So, do you really think that test match become very boring if they are 5 days and nobody want to watch 5 days, and it should be, limited to 4 days only? What do you think as a fan of cricket?
Yeah, I think Test cricket is lagging behind the other format
Hmm.
because people have got used to now hitting fours and sixes and hitting the ball out of the ground. Uh, and it's it's become a bit like a baseball game, and that's what excites people. They want people hitting every time. People are more excited. They choke maro ya chikke maro.
Hmm.
So I think
Raj,
that's
let me just rephrase myself. Let me explain what changes we are expecting in test matches. That they are trying to restrict it to 4 days, and each team get to play 90 overs. It's not like every day. I think we have like 70 or 80 overs every day, so it's not going to be
yeah.
like that. It will be
Ah,
90 overs per team.
yeah. Well, in that case,
Yeah.
I think in that
So
that
whatever amount of runs you score in 90 days, that's all. You don't you
okay.
don't
Well, then
you don't continue playing until your team is all out. So if you have
no.
five
I
players
mean
out
that.
or whatever, 90 overs maximum per team.
Okay. Well, that seems a good idea in
Do
the
you think
face of it.
it is gonna be more exciting and more fun, and people will have to obviously manage their time as well, because 5 days becomes very very long for people who are working.
Yeah.
I mean, look, today was a working day, but Lords was all full. It was all sold out because of India and England's epic showdown. But still, I think going forward, this will make test match very exciting if this is what they are proposing at the moment. And we'll have to see. And in general, in principle, ECB, BCCI, they agree with these changes.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think it will improve cricket. I mean,
Hmm.
traditional people who are older generation may still fancy the test as it is 5 day tests, and people. I mean, you remember when Kerry Packer started the game in Australia. They were used to be wearing different color, um, not whites. You know, so maybe it will improve. Whether they continue to wearing whites for the test, I don't know. I think they should continue to do that. But
Hmm.
90 overs may help the game. Yeah.
ठीक है. चलें जी, जो जो हमारे हिंदी उर्दू समझने वाले व्यूअर्स हैं उन सब के लिए ये है छोटा सा खुलासा कि आज का जो मैच हुआ इसके बारे में आपकी क्या राय है? अगर आपके कोई कमेंट्स हैं, कोई फीडबैक है हमारे इस प्रोग्राम के बारे में, तो आप ज़रूर जो है वो वीडियो को लाइक करें और उस पे कमेंट आप छोड़ सकते हैं। वो कमेंट जो है वो हम पिक करते हैं और फिर वो जो है हम लोग जवाब भी देते हैं। अगर आपने लाइव कमेंट छोड़े हैं तो हम कोशिश करते हैं कि लाइव कमेंट्स के आपके जवाब हम दे दें, लेकिन ये कि अगर आप वीडियो पे भी कमेंट छोड़ेंगे तो हम उसको भी जो है वो पिक करेंगे। तो अब ये है कि अगला टेस्ट मैच तो उसमें काफ़ी टाइम है, लेकिन इन द मीन टाइम जो है वो दूसरी क्रिकेट एक्टिविटीज़ जो है वो चलती रहेंगी। तो उस पे जो है वो वीडियो भी बनेगी फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम। तो आई विल डेफिनेटली बी ऑनलाइन एंड यू विल बी वाचिंग मी. So until the next video, you guys all take care of yourselves, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And thank you once again, Raj. Hope you have a very lovely rest while we wait for the fourth test match at Old Trafford. So we say
Go
goodbye.
India. Go India.
Oh yeah, yeah, whatever, yeah. Well, whoever plays good. Okay,
Well,
thank you so
my
much. And okay, bye.
it's my son's birthday today, and he sports
Okay,
England.
okay. Oh, okay,
He
so
sports England.
very happy returns of the day to your son. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Thank
goodbye.
you.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.